Alright, so we've got a lot of news today, but the first one is gonna literally strike you like a lightning. So, no pun intended, by the way, because a man got struck by lightning while he was playing PlayStation in his living room. So, I'm gonna tell you everything about this news. So, a UK man was struck by lightning while playing video game inside his living room. So, a guy named Aiden Rowan was using his PlayStation when a bolt of lightning struck him on Monday. So, it's like a few days ago. And Metro News reported that this 33-year-old man said he heard a loud crack. I don't know, loud crack, followed by a heavy sensation in his body around 10:30 p.m. So that was around 10:30 night in the UK. So the weird thing is he didn't know that he got struck by lightning, but when he went to doctor and the doctor reported that it looks like he had been struck by lightning. I mean, it's kind of weird, like, you don't know you got struck by lightning and then you just go to doctor and like, yo, what's up, something's happening to me, and it's like, oh, you got struck by lightning, and that is kind of weird. So anyway, this the first news, and the next news is Xbox says, I mean, basically Microsoft says that it's not gonna follow PlayStation's price hike. So if you guys don't know, PlayStation 5 prices are increasing, and in the next batch it's gonna be like, not the normal price. So let's say it's like $500 right now, so it's gonna be a little bit more. Right, so basically Xbox boss, like basically the CEO, I think, I'm not sure who this person is, but Phil Spencer has said that Microsoft has no plans to raise the price of its console, and Sony already announced that the price hike is going to be increasing the price of the PlayStation consoles, not just PS5, by the way, in all of the consoles. I'm pretty sure about that. Alright, so this next news is actually a really good one. So basically, a console hacker reveals PS4 and PS5 exploit that is essentially unpatchable. I mean, imagine an exploit that is unpatchable on the PS4 and PS5 console. That's pretty insane, right? So I'm gonna tell you more about this. So long-term console hacker Secret, he's actually a well-known console hacker. He released some exploits and stuff like that, has blessed with what he calls essentially unpatchable hole in the security of the PS4 and PS5. So basically he's clearly saying it's unpatchable, and I'm gonna tell you this one thing from before I continue. So it's actually an exploit inside the emulator that we have on the PS4 and PS5. So let's say PS5 have backwards compatibility for PS2 games, right? So now you'll understand, since I've told you it's emulator exploit. So so basically this hack is gonna allow this exploit is gonna allow user that, for installation of the homebrew applications on the console. So if you don't know what homebrew applications are, those are basically I mean, if you already have a modded console, you already know what homebrew apps are. Like I have a PS4 that is modded. I have modded by myself, so it has like File Explorer and then PKG installer and stuff like that. So those are the homebrew apps that can be installed. So C-Turt, the hacker, the exploit guy, says he disclosed the exploit and via his Sony bug bounty program a year ago without any sign of public fix. So he actually kind of disclosed that there's an exploit like a year ago. And the method exploit errors in the just-time compilation used by the emulator that runs certain PS2 games on the PS4 and PS5. Like I said, this exploit can be done by using a PS2 game, not a lot of games, but like certain games that are running via the emulator. So that compilation gives the emulator a special permission to continually write PS4 ready codes, based on the original PS2 code. And just before the application layer itself executes a code, by gaining control of both sides of the process. I mean, it's kind of weird, getting control over the code using a PS2 game. That's kind of weird. And a hacker can also write privileged code that the system treats as legitimate and secure. So there's kind of a big security breach actually, because if a hacker can write the code and PlayStation is gonna think that it's a legitimate and secure code, that is messed up. So anyway, if to get control out of the emulator, a hacker can theoretically make use of any number of known exploit that exists on decades old PS2. So basically you can do all of the mods and hacks that are already on PS2, like 10-15 years ago we had. So those can be used on the PS5 as well. That is actually really big. So there's that. So if you have a man that got struck by lightning and he didn't even know, and he went to the doctor and then he got to know. And then we have Xbox don't give a about PlayStation increasing the price, like Sony increasing the price of PlayStation. And the other one is there's an exploit for PS4 and PS5. I mean, PS4 there's already one, but PS5, and the hacker is calling it unpatchable. That's kind of weird. So yeah, there's the news for today, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.